Hi everyone, Casey Mullaney here from CaseyMullaney.com. And today I want to talk a little bit about faith. And if you've heard any previous videos where I've talked about faith, or if you're a part of my membership, you know that was the subject for December. And today I just wanted to talk a teeny bit about on faith and how easy it can actually be. So very first, I want to preface with the fact that I will be using the term God. That's my term for God, but I also, I'll occasionally use the universe. I also am totally open to other people's names from God. I've also said that, you know, everything from the universe to the big kahuna is totally fine by me. It's really about just a respectful name that you call your higher power. So I do want to preface with that for a second. But I wanted to start with the fact that a lot of people have this perception that faith or, connecting with any kind of higher power is not the easiest thing, or that it's actually hard, or that you have to sacrifice a lot, or you have to be really tied into religion in order to have a great connection with God or with your higher power. And today I wanted to chat a bit about how that's not actually the case. So in case you're not familiar with this about me, this is not something most people are familiar with about me. I've had a pretty close connection with God since I was, like, as far back as I remember. I would actually include, because they have all the, I grew up in Bible school and like going to the little, we'd go to mass and then we also go to church with my dad's family, and we'd go to like the kids, the little kids programs and things that they had. And I still remember like one of my first messages around God was that he was everywhere, so I just treated him like he was everywhere. So I actually included him in my play. I would just chat with him constantly, and that relationship has basically continued. I'm not going to pretend like it's always been a perfect relationship by any means, but it's just like any other relationship. But on the other hand, that is actually how I first formed my connection with God, was as a very innocent child without all these stipulations around, oh, you can't talk directly to God, or, oh, you have to behave in this way or have this religion or whatever. That was just not my perception of God. That was just totally, not even in my realm for a very long time. And so for me, faith became very easy. It was very easy for me to reach out. It was very easy for me to ask for guidance or ask for, just comfort or just to chat, because that is how I'd always been. And when other people's beliefs started inundating me a little bit, or other people's thoughts on this would inundate me a little bit. At times it would make me really sad. I don't know if you've ever experienced any judgment over your faith or over your religious beliefs or anything like that, but it can be really challenging and very heartbreaking, especially when, things are maybe taken to an extreme by another person that may mean well, but it doesn't, isn't communicating very well, or just doesn't have the right intentions. Anytime judgment is involved, our intentions are definitely skewed. So just to, just in case these have been some of your experiences, I've experienced this in the past. I just wanted to kind of send out a little reminder, or if this is something new, just a little bit of a discussion about how faith really can be easy. I was directly told once that by somebody that said, I just don't think faith should be that easy. I think you just have to work hard for it. But one of the amazing things about it is it's one of the things that we don't have to work as hard at. And the means that of hard work, it doesn't mean that you have to constantly sacrifice, or or constantly, participate in something that doesn't fit us. Faith, it can be very personal, and it can be very easy. It's very easy to just open up and start having a conversation. And if this is something very new to you, just, feel free to just start a conversation. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a really formalized prayer. It doesn't have to be, oh, let me go immerse myself in some church or something like that. Your faith can truly start just by, having conversation with God and allowing that into your life. Or if that is a challenge for you, which I do understand, I've worked with, one of the things I do offer is I do work with clients that are looking to connect more with a higher power. If that's too challenging for you, just at least starting out with a more of a peaceful thought, starting out with just peaceful, relaxing meditation, and just inviting more feelings of love into your life. Just inviting more of that peaceful, loving bubble around you, which I know might sound a little bizarre, but even just taking some time to just deep breathe. I know I've gone through this before, but again, like you can breathe in, like count to 4, hold for, between 2 and 4, depending on how you are to it, then release for 4. Just get into this calm mindset. And just think of a time where you felt deeply loved. Think of a time where you felt deeply cared for. And just start feeling those feelings. Feel how that felt. Because that will start bringing you closer to a higher power. Because that's really, at the end of the day, God really is all just love. It's nothing else but love. And if you can bring in those loving feelings and maybe remove some of those past judgments, like accept those as like the people's judgments, not the higher powers judgments. That'll help you, release that, start feeling that loving feeling, and then lead to conversation, then lead to, just a casual conversation. That's all you have to start with. It's just a simple, easy conversation. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. And yes, so I hope this has been helpful. It was not exactly how I meant to end, but I hope this has been helpful. And if this is something new to you, definitely reach out. If this is something that you struggle with, feel free to message me on Facebook under my business page, Casey Mullaney, or feel free to reach out to me on my website, which is CaseyMullaney.com, because I know this can be something so challenging, but it's something that just really brings so much more peace, so much more joy, so much more relaxation into your life. It's one of the things that I don't know what I would do without, and I know conversations that I've had and clients that I've helped, the difference in having pieces of that faith and pieces of expression to a higher power in your life is so significant in enhancing your life and bringing you into a more joyful state. So anyways, I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.